In the fall of 1994, found myself pregnant and unmarried. When we found out that that we were pregnant, there was the guilt thought of no one can ever find out. We could make this go away that fast.
I was 17 at the time. I was going into my senior year of high school. He was going into his freshman year of college. And we had been dating for about 4 months at the time, and we found out that we were pregnant. If you could describe it with one word for us both, it was just filled with so much fear. Yes. Fear. We both decided together that we would go and get an abortion. When I told my mom that that's what our plan was, she asked us to come here first before we did that.
There was a new thing that our church was supporting, and that was something called the Pregnancy Support Center. And it was only 5 years old. It was very small, but I knew about it because our church was financially supporting it. And so we decided, the two of us together, that we would come, and at least we had heard that they would do free pregnancy tests. And so we came and did a pregnancy test.
Our very first appointment, I was pregnant with my last child, that is now will be 13 this year. I was going through a really hard time at the time. I didn't understand why I was going through a hard time. I ended up coming here and talking to a counselor, come to realize that a lot of the issues that I was facing and going through was because I had had an abortion prior to that last pregnancy. Apparently, I suppressed my abortion. Like, I didn't think about it. I didn't realize that I had it. I actually kind of like hid it in the back of my head. Like, I basically pretended it didn't happen. So there was emotional pain as far as depression, sadness.
When you walk in the door, you don't know what to expect. You expect to be judged just because it's human behavior. You weren't judged at all. It's very loving. Everything felt very genuine. When people talked to you, it didn't feel like we're trying to push you towards this decision. It was just like we genuinely want to help you and show you you have options.
The staff was great. They were very encouraging. Of course, they were talking to us about the sanctity of life, and we knew that, but it was good to hear that confirmation.
When I got services, it helped me bring those emotions to the surface and talk about them. It helped me to realize that this is something that I did do. This is something that happened. I now have to deal with it. No one taught me that. Like, no one shared, how much emotion you can go through having an abortion. It was really good to have that one-on-one with somebody. Going through this counseling helped me so much to be able to more focus on my kids and be happy for them and not them see mommy be sad and they don't know what's going on. For me to understand what abortion does to someone and me experiencing it myself, I can talk to younger girls now when they're going through what and tell them, hey, this is what I went through personally. And it's easier for me to speak about it, especially like my daughter now, like with her pregnancy, being able to talk to her through it, because I didn't have that with my pregnancies. The classes, the points, the diapers, the car seats, it actually saves a lot of these babies because they were like, oh, I got resources. I got a car seat now, something so simple as a car seat, like people will worry about.
In 2019, my son was 25 years old. He met the love of his life. He has gotten married to a wonderful young lady. And then the Lord blessed even more the birth of a child to Colby and Nicole in 2020. He is now the fourth generation of a family that surrounded a young lady and a young man that were doing their own thing in rebellion to God's ways. And look what God can do with that.
Anything you do could be just that little bit that changes somebody's life or changes a child's life that most likely would not be here without this building. I mean, I can guarantee you and prove in the other room there's a little girl that can say your donations, they mean a lot.